Okay, for this example, I'm going to show you, or hopefully answer your question about creating a side-scrolling game. I think what you're asking for is in terms of being able to have the room be larger and walk through and have more of the room revealed, that kind of thing. So that's what I'm going with. For now, let me know if it's what you were asking. So I'm going to create a new room. In this room, I'm going to actually make sure before I even do anything that I put it up at the beginning so it's the first room for our example here. And now for the settings, I'm going to call this RM, let's say scrolling room. Okay, and I'm going to make this, instead of 1024 by 768, which all fit nicely on one screen, I'm going to make the width 4000. So if you see now, my game's much longer. So if I were to show it with as it is right now, put my character in there, what you'll see, which is certainly not what you're going to want, is that my game, it'll all be squeezed into one screen, which you'll see what that looks like in a second, I hope. So see what I mean? So this is not what you would want exactly. I mean, it might be, but not in this case, I don't think. So we're going to make some changes here. We're going to go to Views, and we're going to enable the use of views. And important is I'm going to click Make Visible when the room starts. And now, the way I have it right now, the part you'll see on the screen is 1024 by 768, which is kind of like based on the resolution, that's like a decent size for this room. But you could change this. So you could have a much smaller looking window on your game. In fact, why don't I do that just for our purposes here. I'm going to show it as, let's say, just say we go like with 512 by, I'll split this in half. Now my math skills have to come into play. 384, I think. Okay, so now that's that, and then I'll do the same thing here. You can mess around with these things too. In other words, let's say you want the part that you see to actually be blown up and look bigger. That's, I think, the port on screen part, but the view in the room is how big the window in the room will be. It's one or the other of those. Okay, now I want to follow my main character. Okay, and this means how much around the character is the part that's going to be need to, how close is it going to get to the edge before it starts moving. 32 by 32 is not great, because then I'm going to have to get all the way up to the edge before the next part's revealed. So then I'll be like walking along the edge the whole time, which doesn't help me if I'm trying to see what's coming at me or anything. So I'm going to change it to 200 in this example by 200. So there's going to be a 200 pixel like buffer between me and the edge. And now, well, when I play the game now, it would look different, but it'll be hard to tell without like walls or something in the room. So I'm going to add some walls, okay? And I'm going to do Control Shift. I'm just going to really make this just for our purposes of seeing what we're trying to accomplish here. I'm going to move over a little this way. Let's have my guy be able to go up or down, right? And maybe, depending on which way he goes, it's going to reveal, actually this I want to get rid of, maybe it'll reveal, a new hallway each way, okay? Oops, so yeah, I don't like that really. Okay, so in this case, you see what will happen, and maybe I even can go inside this way a little bit until I come upon maybe a dead end there, and then maybe each of these ways, one is going to end up being the correct way, and one's maybe going to have another dead end or something. You could be a lot more creative, of course, with the maze, but let's see how far. I'm going to go to here and close him off so the right way becomes the bottom. And who knows what even is going to happen here, because I have a lot more room down here to play around with, right? So maybe I have him come down. Whoop. Okay. And let's just say I keep going, and then this becomes the correct way. And ultimately, let's say I put my door here. For whatever, the idea is now, actually, so there's my door. And so basically that's where I want him to go or something, right? So now, when I test my game with the views intact, it's going to give the experience I think that you're looking for. Here we go. This always happens. I forgot to hit play, I think, or maybe it didn't register. So here we are rendering our room. And here's what it looks like. Remember how I made it smaller on the screen? So now I don't really know where I'm supposed to go exactly. Ooh, here's some choices. So I go up here, and I'm going. And ooh, I hope I'm going the right way. And maybe oh no. So then I have to come back. And I can tell now that that middle one looks like a dead end if I'm smart enough to pay attention. Now I'll go down here. There's so many ways that we could handle this. Like, again, I could go this way, I could go this way. But this works out well, especially when I have my enemies in here and things. It could make this interesting. Maybe you could put some signs for clues and stuff or things, and there we go. Okay? So that is how that works. So I hope that answered your question. If it doesn't, let me know. If it does, that's wonderful. And even if it doesn't, that's another nice skill for you to have under your belt. So good luck, and we'll talk soon.